Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Is it still working? Right. I'm using Streamlabs for the first time to try and make use of my phone's camera, because when I do it through YouTube, it seems to only do it at something like 720p or 480p. So I looked at what I could do to improve that, and Streamlabs seemed to have the answer. Does it tell me how long? Got it. Right, it seems to be working. Well, we can only hope, can't we? So, this is just a stream for an hour or so, just to get some ideas on the board. Brush pen, I didn't realise I had a brush pen. To see what I can do with my new set of drawings that I want to do. Got some ideas. I quite liked one of the more recent ones I did with all the neon colours. It looked a bit like a star, so I'm just going to play around with thick line shapes. See what I can do. What's the centre? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30, 40, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 28, I believe that is. 28. So I think what I'm going to do now in my sketchbook drawings is start from the middle and work out from there. I just seem to think I get a bit more of an even pattern. Just looks a bit nicer, I think. Move my keyboard back. Yeah, let's get some ideas going. Had 2 weeks off, couldn't really get much done because the kids were off from school on their Easter holidays, so kind of had to focus more on that. Time's a little bit harder to come by when you've got children, especially when they're off. Having to look after them, keep them entertained, no easy feat. I mean, I could have, I suppose, worked on an evening. But they've been up running amok. But school's back, so they've got to chill out on a weekend, on an evening now. And the first week of the Easter holidays, I decided on the very first Saturday available, I went out for a friend's birthday, got absolutely trolleyed, and had a week-long hangover because I'm old and a lightweight nowadays. But enough of those rubbish excuses. Let's get back to it. Let's get some ideas on the board. Another problem I kept having, this was just before the holidays, with this, I've mentioned it before, it's a brand new phone that I've got with all the 4K video, all the trimmings, and there's a time-lapse mode on it which is really, really useful. So I just set it to I think it's times 30, so every minute, or every video works out at around about 2 minutes, between 2 and 3 minutes, which is perfect for the quicker stuff. But occasionally I'd have to pause the video. Let's bring this down. Occasionally I'd have to pause the video just to maybe sort some colours out or tweak a few things, whatever I had to do. But for 2 videos, it cut the last sort of 30 seconds off. And I don't know why that was happening. Spat all over my page there. But yeah, it was cutting off sort of the last 20 to 30 seconds. Or sorry, not 30 seconds. I'd say in real time, maybe 10 minutes, which worked out at about 30 seconds. Between sort of 15, 30 seconds, I'd say. And I didn't know why that was happening, so I did a couple of test runs on it today and yesterday. They've worked out fine, annoyingly, because it makes me think, well, I don't know what's causing that. And then, so I just do a test run. I basically just sat it on my desk, recording nothing for 30 minutes. Sorry, for like 2 hours to get it down to 3 minutes. And they both worked fine. No, didn't cut off any time. I thought it was in memory maybe, but there was plenty on my phone, so I don't know. Which is a shame, because the last one I did I quite liked. I've been making a few graffiti alphabets. I'm still not 100% on my graffiti stuff. The last 2 videos of my new sketchbook with them, I don't like either of them. I think I need to work on the colours a bit more, make it a bit neater. Oops. Yeah, checked in, up to 164 subs now. Woohoo, flying. I've got a friend who's got a YouTube channel who it's called the Yorkshire Explorers. Is it called the Yorkshire Explorers? I'm sorry, Bob, what's your blooming channel called again? I'm always doing this, aren't I? I'm always faffing on my phone. It's called the Yorkshire Men. So my friend and some work colleagues, they go around exploring abandoned places in Yorkshire where we live. And it's quite interesting. And he's up to something, is he in the 200s now? 200 subs? So I'm going to try and catch him up. But in order to catch him up, I've got to be more consistent with my uploads. Which, even though I've only been doing this less than a year, still need to do a bit better. I need to do something where I can do a video every day. So like these live streams seem to work. It's like for a couple of hours a day, I'd spend in my sketchbook, just playing about with ideas, trying to think of new patterns and colours and stuff. And it's like, well, why not just record it? So at least it's something. And people can sort of see your process in real time. And I've had a few people ask for tutorial vids and things like that. Which I did write up a few things in the holidays for that as well, how I'm going to record it and all that business. If you can hear some screaming and shouting in the background, I do apologise. My children still seem to be feral from the holidays. I always watch art channels and see some of them with even just an audience of 1,000. Well, not an audience, but 1,000 subs. I'm thinking, wow, that's the goal. I'd want 1,000 subs. Because the goal is to do this full time. That's the dream. Just need to try harder to get there. So what I'm doing here, this sort of collection of shapes, I did my A6 drawings. Again, I need to sort of do them a bit more as well. I did one, and it's probably my favourite one, so I did a bigger version of it in one of my more recent videos. It didn't get, I don't think it's got the most amount of views, but it's definitely my favourite, the one I like the most, so I'm going to try and sort of use that, develop it out a bit more. Just have a play around, see what we can come up with. I need to remember to check chat. Because the first time I did a live stream, it was literally just to test it out, just to see what's what. Not expecting anything, and I actually had people come in. Not had anyone come in since, like, but you never know. What I'd like to do, ideally, is work these sketchbook drawings into graffiti lettering that I'm doing. Because I've loved doing lettering, playing about with lettering, all since my graphic design days back in the day. And I've only just started picking it up again. And I want to make my own sort of style, uniquely mine, so people recognise it straight away as me. Bit more sort of abstract graffiti, but still. I'm trying to work these sort of shapes and patterns into it. For now. One of the reasons I started recording these as well is just so, again, I've got something to upload every day. But when I record my time lapses, I always feel like I'm rushing, or everything's got to be perfect, and I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel like I get the quality of the drawings as good as they should be, because I'm thinking about, actually, it's got to go up out to the world, and I'm too nervous about it. So I'm hoping just doing this just make me more comfortable recording, getting used to it, because I don't think I'm very good on camera at the minute. There was an idea for a book I started as well, but I think I prematurely went into that. I hope I'm still alive. I'm just going to check. I've got no idea if I am. Yeah, I think I am. Just slightly different, just using thinner pens. I could really improve my phone angle a little bit, couldn't I? A little bit better. I wish I had a better stand. It's not the best angle, is it? Or was it just the way I'm holding the pad? I don't know, that'll do. It's mainly to test out about the film quality, to be honest. If there was a way to get, that's rubbish, to get better film quality using YouTube streaming on its own, then I'd just do that, but I don't know how to do it. I've checked, or I've tried to find ways to make it better, but I just haven't been able to do it. Maybe one day. I think I need to improve my background a little bit as well. Is there a copper chopper in the air? People committing crimes. Yeah, I think to maybe improve the colour a bit, use sort of bigger panels, brighter in the foreground, darker in the background. We'll see. Please tell. What went 20 to 8? Yeah, we'll go through to about 9ish. That should be all right. Drinky, drinky, drink. I've got a board here. I should really use that, shouldn't I? Discord popping off. I don't know why I have that open. I've not used it in months. Is this pen running out? It seems a bit. Yeah, maybe just go back to more basic shapes on your drawings, just black and white. Yeah, I think I'll get better results working out in the middle and going outwards. Right, let's just try that out. Oh, they're a bit thinner shapes. I'll try it too. Someone mowing their lawn at this time. It's 7:45. What are you doing? Mess that up a little bit. Unless it's the 1 and the 0.005, you can't really tell the difference in thickness. It looks the same. Yeah, there's no really point changing the thickness of the bands there, is there? Unless it's a 1. Look, if I were to do this. It's a little bit better. Yeah. Nah, doesn't really work, I don't think. Nah, doesn't really work. I did a drawing a little while ago. I think it works with colours. It was just all blue. It was like a section of about 4 blues. 3 or 4 blues. I was seeing if I could replicate it in sort of line thickness and detail, but don't think it works. I'll show you what I mean. That's not it. Quite a while ago. Where are you? Is that it? That's it. So, can you see that? So I'm trying to replicate that. I think that looks pretty cool. But I was trying to sort of mess about with pen thickness, but I don't think it quite works. Looks a little bit dull. I think it's better with colour because you can fill it in. I don't know, I might come back, revisit that. But that's what it's all about. Just messing about, playing about with ideas, all that kind of jazz. It's 2 watching. Do we have a... We've actually got someone in here. Hello, if there is. What next? I've got a sheet. So for this tutorial thing, I've got a sheet. So I just did like some basic patterns that I work from in all my vids. So it's just trying to... Can you see them all? It's just trying to maybe do something more interesting. Like this one here. I've done a couple using this pattern, like really basic, but you just colour it right and maybe add some details to it. You can get something going. That's probably the standard one that I use. That's kind of like this. I did one with that pattern there. I might do that, which I really liked. So I might give that a go. I'll use my 0.5 for that. Let's move you up. I think I'm always, but that triangle one, I'm always a little bit intimidated by that. I always think, oh, it's going to turn out rubbish and blah, blah, blah. It was with greens. I'll show you which one I mean. I've only done it once. I don't know why, because it's one of my favourite ones. I'll show you which one I mean. There's been a few that I've just planned, nah, hasn't worked, but I'm kind of glad I tried it. Where's this green one? Oh, speaking of that pattern, I tried that on my A6 drawings. It didn't quite work for me. Not too bad, but nah, not for me. Where's this green one? This one. That's one of my favourites. Can you pick that up? Yeah, that's one of my favourites. But I remembered when I was doing it, I'm like, well, I wasn't sure if that one was going to work because it's a brand new pattern. But it turned out really well. I've not done it in black and white before, so I'll give it a bash. But I don't know why, because I've done 2 drawings with triangle patterns. One of them took flipping ages. Don't know if that's on my Instagram. It was one of the very first drawings I did. And it was just all, I don't know the name of the triangle. Is it I don't know. But it was like triangles and rhombuses, and I picked 3 colours. It was red, orange, and yellow. And then did a black background. I couldn't record that in a one-up because it took me about 3 days to do because of the amount of colouring I needed. Oh, have I not put it on here? Was that it? Oh wait, here we go. Is this it? No. I thought I would have put it on here. No, never mind. But it turned out really nice, but I thought that it just took way too long. So I thought I can't record that in a oneer at least. So I'll probably save it. I've never done this in black and white before, or just black marker before. I've used colours. So we'll see how it goes. Did one was it similar? No, it was more sort of blocky shapes with it was black and pink, I think I used. Turned out okay. But yeah, let's see what we got. Just overlapping triangles. I think I need to figure out a better way to order the drawings as well. Oh, it's Coob. Hey man, excited to see you live. That top drawing looks great. I love the thin line details. Thank you very much. I was telling my friends about you when I went out a couple of Saturdays ago, saying that I saw your work thinking, oh, this guy's awesome. I love this guy's work. And then I checked the description and you said you got it, your influence from me. I was like, oh my God. Somebody watched my stuff and made drawings off what they'd seen of me. That's awesome. But yeah, just testing out. I want to do more live stuff. Because before, with social media, with like your Facebook, I think you could do it on Facebook because I've done that before, but I'm not massively fussed about doing it on there. But I know on TikTok, you can't go live until you've had. People keep saying this, and I keep forgetting the number. Is it 1,000? Yeah, it's 1,000. I think it's just 1,000 subs. I think, and you've got to have uploaded something within 28 days, which I'm probably pushing that, to be honest. And then it was the same for YouTube for ages, but they changed it because I just started doing something on Twitch, but then Twitch has been getting hammered because of the way it's operating. And then with the YouTube changing their live stream threshold, I thought I may as well just keep it all together. So I started doing stuff on here. That's great, man. I appreciate it. More than welcome. I've shown my friends your work. I think it's awesome. I love the neon stuff. Right. So I want to try and incorporate this kind of pattern. I don't know if you saw earlier, Koo, but because you were the ones who mentioned to me when we chatted about tutorials. So I've written sort of sketches and plans to do a tutorial video. So like these are sort of the base patterns that I work from, and I was going to do a video around this. So I did a drawing around this base pattern, which is what I'm messing around with now, but I've only done one, so I want to do more. So I'm just having a little experiment here. And I'm recording this through Streamlabs to try and pick up 4K resolution, because when I do it through YouTube, it only picks up at 480. Was it 480p? And I thought, but the phone's 4K and I'm not getting the most out of it. So Streamlabs apparently do it, I think it's something like 3,900 or whatever, and it picks it up in 1080 on this. Yeah, 1080. So I'm doing it through Streamlabs. Wow, that's amazing. Love the idea. Thank you very much. It's like the one with the middle there, don't have the patience. Gonna soak up all the inspiration. Yeah, do it. I've got I'll probably do a video at some point. I've got a folder. It's like a sketchbook. It's an entire sketchbook's worth of paper that I've put in like a folder of all the scribbles and ideas where this whole YouTube thing came from, and I'll probably do a run through of that at some point. But I thought I'd just go back to what I originally loved doing from college and uni, which is just drawing. I have done, I don't know if you've seen any of it. You probably can't. Probably not be able to show you. I don't know if I'll. I used to do more detailed, how can you say, like movie poster type drawings. And I've had a few commissions from it. Let's see if I can find them. It should be on my Facebook. Shush. Don't want to get copyright struck. Oh yeah, right. Oh, wait. So I used to do drawings like this. Is it gonna... If you're still there, Coob. I don't know if you are. So I used to do drawings like this. I don't know if you can see this. Is that picking up? No, we'll zoom out a bit. So I did that in Photoshop. I used to do digital paintings like this of Predator. I've got one of John Wick, a few others as well. And I loved doing them. They were fun, but they just took ages. And I thought, I can't really do anything with this. And I got a couple of commissions doing sort of portraits for people's family members and stuff, and you know, I made a little bit of money from it, but it was a little bit boring because of how long it took, and it was just a little bit tedious because I'm just copying an image. I mean, I enjoyed the movie stuff, but so I thought, yeah, but I can't. I take too long doing them, so I can't really make sort of money from them. So I thought, what else could I draw? So I started doing this. I'll probably go back to doing that. Those ones. My friends want to play with me, but I'm going to stay here for at least 10 more minutes. Now that I've finally catch your stream, I don't want to leave. Appreciate it. What, are you going to go and play? No, you crack on, man. You go and play. I appreciate you joining. This was just a surprise stream out of nowhere, purely to test Streamlabs to see if it works, and it does. Rocket League. Oh, what a shot. I've just started playing Rocket League again. I flipping love it. It's just a nice break from all the shooty carnage. But no, I'm a big fan of Rocket League. I love playing that. But no, you crack on. You go and have a gaming sesh. I'm going to write up a schedule of when I'm going to stream, when I'm going to do other drawings, because I've got the drawing with every pen stream that I was going to do every Friday. But I'll catch you on the other. I'll catch you another time. Would love to play with you some. Yeah, it would be great. But you crack on, man, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining. Cheers. Oh, that was nice. Cool. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, he hit me up on Messenger. Not Messenger. Instagram Messenger. Because he did some drawings that were inspired by my work, which I had no idea. Because I saw his work and I thought, oh, that work's amazing. That's, you know, I'll use that as inspiration for my drawings. But he'd sort of beat me to it. But it was very fun. It was very cool. I thought, oh, nice one. Someone actually looks at my work. I think that was my daughter, right? I can never tell when she goes down the stairs. It's like, has she just launched herself off the landing downstairs. I can't tell the way she juggernauts down the frigging things. But yeah, no, Coob, he was a top man. He messaged me, asking me all sorts of questions and things, and it was like, wow, I'm all too happy to answer. We'll fill some space in. Yeah, the last time I did, well, the only time I've used this sort of pattern, it was just straight lines, I think. I don't think I filled in any gaps. Let's have a look. Did I fill in any gaps? Right, where you going? Not really. A little bit. But it was more... sort of lines like this. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I think some patterns work a little bit better when it's colours as opposed to thickness of the pens. I'm not sure this one works. It's just pen thickness, I think it... I don't know, it's just a bit meh, isn't it? Not my favourite. But like I said, that's why we're here, just to mess about, see what we can get. It's a bit warm, isn't it? Let's try this. No, I've already messed that up. This is it. Please let me know. Dun, 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 dun. I watched American Psycho for the first time a few weeks ago. Great film, by the way, but the biggest thing that I came away with is I wanted to go through all of Huey Lewis's and the News albums, and I've listened to 4. I think it was 4. It's an absolute banger. It's the one with the Back to the Future song, Power of Love, which is a classic, but it's got some other bangers on there as well, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, This Is It isn't from 4, it's from Sports, the one before it. They're the two that I've listened to, but they're both great. Nah, yeah. I don't think it works with... Yeah, not... nah, not sure. This is it. Please tell me so. What other drawings have I done that I can... Yeah, that was the one I was talking about earlier. Can you see that? That I thought was... That's my favourite one from my A6, and that's the one I expanded out from to make that, which is my favourite sketchbook one. But I don't want to do just like a million sort of different versions of that. There's one that I did a while ago. with just pinks. There you go. Found it straight. That's one of my favourites, but I didn't put it in a sketchbook. It was just a random one that I did. I'm gonna pick it up. Yeah, it is. And it was all complete. It wasn't planned or anything. It was just all completely random. I just picked 3 pink colours and just ran with it. Which is probably what I need to do. I'll finish just scribbling a few bits on this page, and then the next page I'll use colours and see if I can get some ideas. Because one of the things I've struggled on my graffiti is the colours have just sucked. Like orange, red, and yellow tend to go well, but I don't think it suited the drawing that I did. So I was just a bit like, it just looks a bit turd, to be honest. But what I'll do, yeah, what I'll do, that pink one I just showed you, I'll go with that. Let's try this. I'll start here. So it's just completely random squares and lines. Like I say, that's probably my favourite start reference, the squares. But I think when I do an actual sketchbook drawing, recording a time lapse, I think I'm a bit too over perfect with it. Like every line has to be perfect, because I'm very conscious that it's going to go up on the internet for everyone to see. It just ends up taking longer. Sometimes I'm not as happy with it, whereas when I'm playing about like this, like even though this is like what I normally do and how I come up with ideas, because I'm recording this, I'm still a bit, has it got to be a bit too perfect? And it's like, no, the whole point is just mess about. See what you come up with. Just be a bit looser. This is it. Oh, I really want to play Rocket League now. I think my mates are gaming tonight as well. Was it Monday? Yeah, they normally game on a Monday. They're normally on at about 8:30, 9. Are they on? No, not yet. I was meant to go on last night, but I wasn't able to. Well, I was, but I just wasn't in the mood. So I might go on tonight instead. But one rule I set for myself is the earliest you can go on and game is 9 o'clock. Make sure you do all your bits and pieces before then, like your chores, your dailies in the house, sorting the kids out for school and bath and all that kind of jazz. And I'm going to make a new rule: at least 1 video a day. No exceptions. They don't take that long to do, they don't take that long to edit. There are streamers who are on for hours at a time. If they can be on for that long, so can I. I mean, admittedly, they are playing games or talking absolute tripe about the news or whatever, but still, they're out there doing it. So why can't I? At least I'm drawing whilst I'm talking pish. Anyone else join chat? Nah, just Coob. I need to find out what YouTube streaming's policy on bad language is. I've heard some people say that if you swear within the first 10 seconds, then you get demonetized. Or 10 minutes, or I don't know how long it is. Which, again, I can't really work out the purpose of that. I mean, no doubt they'll have an explanation, but I don't know what it is. Perhaps you can tell me. See, this is a bit better. This is just a bit more... I could probably make that work, actually. using a thicker pen to start with. I think with this one, I'm looking at it like, I don't know, maybe too much like a puzzle where it's got to be perfect and all that gear. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Just draw. Just overlap it. That's the whole point of it. Huey Lewis and the news. This is it. Please tell me so. I've just seen. I want to start doing collages. There was one of my favourite artists, Digital Does. He's a graffiti artist. He's amazing, and I love his collages. And I'd like to do something like that. Yeah, this works a little bit better. Sugar. Right, just more stuff like this, I think, because it's just better. Where's my 2? That's what I'm after. Have I been fiddling with the camera? It's a bit better. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That better? Yeah. Ow, itchy ear. Yeah, there you go, smaller shapes. Smaller shapes with a smaller pen. That's how you do it. I was watching the snooker earlier as well. I was going to have some snooker up whilst the live stream, but I'll just get distracted by it. I used to watch the snooker flipping religiously when I was younger. Well, maybe not religiously, but a lot. I stopped watching it. I think it was after Stephen Hendry retired because he's my favourite player. But I want to get back into it again because there's loads of players I love watching. Obviously the GOAT Ronnie. John Higgins I like. People say he's boring, but I disagree. He's a very methodical player. I like watching Judd Trump's probably my favourite at the minute. I think he's wicked. For those interested in snooker. Probably not many. Yeah, this is a bit better. Just make it a bit more random. Doesn't have to be flipping perfect. Squeaky chair. Anymore? Anyone joined? Nah. But I'm alright with that. I'm happy that Coob came in, said hello. That was very nice of him. So I wasn't expecting. It's always the ones that I'm not really expecting anyone to come in, because it's purely experimental whilst I'm doing the stream. Like I said, this stream was just to see if Streamlabs work, to catch a better quality vid, which it does from the look of it, which is nice. Because yeah, YouTube settings only go up to like 420. Please let me know. Just say so if this is it. Please let me know. My daughter's getting chirpy. Here we go. Right, so this is what I mean about that's. I mean, that version of that's just there. It was to see if I could thin it out with thinner pens, but I'm not sure it works. Excuse me, by the way. This is a bit better. Excuse me, blooming heartburn. Put it back. Yeah, need that. And if this is it, please let me know. Hopefully, if I get enough subs and enough income from this over time, might have to look at a Patreon. Point is doing it now since I've got such a little following. I can do things like upgrade to Streamlabs Plus, I think I read it's called, where you can stream on multiple platforms. So I can do it through, so I can then stream on TikTok, Facebook, and then there'll be other platforms as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be real nice. Real nice. But in order to have a chance of getting anywhere like that, I need to be a hell of a lot more consistent than I've been. I need to stop being such a wimp and pressuring myself so much about being on camera. Just get on there. Yeah, you're going to be rubbish at the start. That's the whole gig. Right, that's worked a little better. Not overthinking it as much, just getting on with it. I like that. You'll be seeing a much bigger version of that. I might even just grey it. I might not even colour it. Grey it with a blue background and some clouds. Because I do like, there's a couple of drawings that I've done with clouds, and I've done like a synthwave retro style sun, which I like. But I've only done it in a few drawings, and I should probably do it more. I'm going to go back to this, but I'm going to, where's my two? There, either side. Was it only triangles I used? Well, that's a rubbish line, isn't it? Yeah, and then I feel like I have to start doing ones like that. And I probably don't need to. I just pick 3 random, instead of thinking about how's it going to look next to each other, just pick 3 random points and do a triangle. That's a little bit better. And if you just go... not the neatest. Oh, we've got someone else watching. Hello, fellow viewer. How are we doing? Where's my triangle drawing? There's some. I can do something with that in just black and white. Before it was in colour. I think I can do something with that. Like in colour, it works, but there you are. Oh, you can actually see it on camera. I'll move it out of the way a bit. Yeah, maybe it's not all. Yeah, I think I'm maybe being a bit too precious about it all being triangles when it doesn't really have to be. Maybe start off that way and then you can just... do make it a bit more random. So instead of turning that into a triangle and making it a really steep angle, because it would just look tripe, just do that. There you go, that looks a bit better. Makes the shape look a bit more solid. We can go up here. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. So it doesn't always have to be triangle, just do it 4-sided random shapes. That works a bit better. Okay, that wasn't meant to happen, but it doesn't matter. Right, even that I can see straight away works a bit better if I just change a few of the shapes to 4-sided shapes. And then I can... There you go, that's a bit better. There you go, that's a bit better. I mean, maybe because the lines on this one are trash, but still. And I've just smudged ink on me. And then we can start playing about. Maybe it's little details like this. There you go. Already that's a little bit better. Try and work that into an idea. Ow. Can I do something with that? If I'll try, what I'll do is I'll have one more crack at that. Because I started off with a thinner pen and then I went over it with a thicker pen, which is probably why it looks a bit rubbish. Start with a thick one. It's a little bit better, I guess. See if we can flash that out into anything. This is it. Please tell me soon. Square off some of the edges. Yeah, square up some of the edges, thicken the lines a bit more. See if we can get something out of this. Oh, I think this light's messing with me. My eyes are going funny. What the heck? Just raise that a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better already. Like you can sort of tell the difference between the line thickness. I don't know if my 0.8 is just running out because it just doesn't seem to lay lines down that thick. Yeah, maybe keep it just vertical lines as well. Might make it look a bit better. And then if I put any details in, only for the 0.05, 0.05. It's a little bit better. That was a wonky line. What was all that about? Yeah, that's a bit nicer than that, in my opinion. Move this down a bit. And then if I used a really small pen, maybe I can start doing more. Things like this. Oh, it's messing with my eyes, this. Yeah, it's a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, I guess. I suppose if I could flesh that out more. And then just add bits and pieces of colour to it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I like slightly different. Not massively different, but I just like that pattern anyway. I'm just always doing that pattern. It's just nice. It's nice. Oh, like a div, I didn't draw on this page, did I? You can see all the oh yeah, there you go. That was the step-by-step tutorial that I'm kind of half writing out. I'll flesh that out a bit more. What are we on? 20 to 9, so 20 more minutes we'll do. What ideas can I put? I do quite. So it's just stuff like that. It's just a bit more random. Let's try 7. Let's see if that's feels a bit nicer than my 8. There's a 7 in it. Yeah. I'll just do some random stuff. See what we'll come up with. I don't know why I don't mix the shapes, like the square shapes and the triangle shapes. I just think, I don't know. I'm afraid it might just kind of look a bit overcooked. Just looks a bit too scrappy and random. I think I'm just a sucker for things looking a bit more uniform. Like even the triangles, they look a bit all over the place, but there is a semblance of sort of order in them. But maybe, I don't know, let's try it with this. Let's just do some quick squares. Yeah, I think my 8's running out. This looks thicker. Let's just lay down some quick business. Business time. Right, so if we lay out, I don't know, just a quick bunch of squares like this, and then if I were to go over it, oh, is that not in focus? And then if we get a smaller pen like my 0.1, whatever that is, like if I lay some triangles over it, will that look any good? Or some diags, diag lads. I can't see the flipping. What's down there, isn't it? Yeah, it just looks a bit messy, doesn't it? Don't even know what I was doing with that one. Yeah, it just looks a bit all over the shop, doesn't it? Don't like it. Oh yeah, there's another set of art. Basically, it's the same pattern, but different details within it. I don't know why I've left that page blank. Oh yeah, that's so the sheet I showed earlier. This is the spawn of that. That was some new pens I tried, which just bleed like a swear word. Oh, that is an idea that I've got for something. I'll explain later. But if I'm struggling to find ideas, I'll just go back through all the other ideas I've done just to try and get some inspiration. Like that, you can probably recognise that. I've developed that into a bigger drawing. This one here, I don't know, you can't see it, can I? This one here. So that's where the ideas came from on this. In fact, that, the drawing I developed from that is the one I think that I have with the most views. I think it's the only video I've got over 1,000 views, I think. Not too sure though, but yeah, it's kind of hard because I want to have like a specific style that's unique to me, but I don't. At the same time, I don't want everything to look exactly the same. It's like when I look at graffiti artists, they're like one of my biggest influences. Like a lot of their pieces are really similar, but I think that's absolutely fine because it's clearly that particular artist's work, and it's different enough. Like the colours they use, it is sort of slightly, the letters are slightly different, the patterns, backgrounds. So I don't want to be like, I don't want to go too sort of different. I think probably what I'm still working out is my favourite patterns, hence the cheat sheet that I've kind of used. I know, oh, fuck. Oh, I've just sworn accidentally because I've just penned my desk accidentally. Double whammy of slip-ups there. But yeah, I think I'll probably pick my favourite set of patterns and just draw out from there. I think I'm starting to get my favourites, like the square patterns, that kind of starburst pattern. My favourite colours as well, like I really like using neon colours. They're my favourite sets of colours to use. Like pinks and blues and greens. Oranges. I don't use reds that often. Or when I have, I've tended not to like the draw. Like I did one where I thought in my mind it'd look alright. I did like a black, in fact I'll show you which one it is. I did like a black sort of set square patterns. And then I did like a red background. And I thought it'd look really cool. And then when I ended up looking at it, I'm like, There's been two. There's been this one. So the initial shape and red looked really good, but the red's too bright. So to have it as a background, it just didn't work. It messed it all up. It's not awful, but it just too much red. And then the other one I did exactly the same thing, was this one. Because I think it's the same pen as well. Because the red's so bright, it just kind of swallows up the main pattern in the middle. Whereas perhaps I need the red to be like the main sort of portion of the drawing, and then have like either a black background maybe, or a grey background, or just a lighter colour. I don't know. I just don't know how to make red work. It just seems too bright. Let's have a muck about for 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Quick fire round. Make some shapes, make some noise. Need to be a bit braver with the sort of shapes in the middle. Not even shapes, but just putting black in the middle. Just give it a bit of depth. But I just always think, no, it has to be uber detailed and uber. I shouldn't really say uber, but it has to be detailed. I have to kind of draw out every line. It's like, no, just doesn't matter if there's chunks of black in the middle. It gives it a bit more depth, as if it's like there's something covering it, like a shadow. These are just random shapes. It doesn't have to be like super accurate lighting. You're just having fun. You're just having fun, son. Oh, there you go. Just put a bit of black in there. Put a bit of shadow. It's all good. I did say I'm maybe gaming tonight after 9. My friends on? They're not. They do normally play on a Monday, but I guess they might not be on today. Bit of a quick fire. Keep losing my 0.1. That's it. Squeaky chair. Yeah, I could maybe do something with that. I don't know. See, I never start out a drawing with a thinner pen. Or I rarely do. Let's see if I can make something work. Just with a thin pen on its own. Move this over here. Just keep overlapping and see what happens. Didn't even follow the dots then. God, my eyes are going so badly. I don't know, it's a lot rougher, but I quite like it. I quite like it. Don't mind it being a bit rough around the edges, you know. I really don't. Forgot the footy was on a while as well. Let's see how my team's doing. Oh wow, we're winning. We're winning at football. Well, I'm not going to complain. This is it. Please tell me so. Right, let's finish this. What we got? 5 minutes. Let's finish this little. Quite like it. I might do a one-line challenge or something as well, where I can't lift my pen off the paper. That's always fun. But yeah, I don't know. I quite like the messiness of that. I'm not usually a fan of it, but I quite like it. I don't mind it at all. In fact, what I'll do is I'll leave it there. So they're my three. I tried the triangles on that one, but we've got some ideas down here. These were the main ones. Basically just picking some patterns from here, seeing if I can make it work with just the pen, standard one, obviously I like. 2 attempts at this, well 3 attempts. This one started to find something. Didn't really work at first, but it's, I don't know, the more I look at this one, the more I don't mind it. I think maybe I could get something from it. That's the standard. I tried maybe thinning out the pen thickness on that one. Maybe having it as a, I don't know, messing about with some colours. But yeah, the main purpose of this stream was just to see if Streamlabs worked and if the quality of my video, the stream was actually a lot better than before. Because when I was using YouTube to stream, it looked like ass. And that's not acceptable when you have a phone that supposedly records in 4K, but thanks to Coob for joining, saying hello, having a little chat. For anyone else who joined that I missed, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you next time. Ta-ra!